Hello, we're in the car. It's been a while. Whew, it is nice and cool outside today. I'm actually pretty excited for today's weather. I hope it rains, although the weather says that it is not going to. And I wanted to show you, I have updated my sunglasses game. I got them from Shein and they have little skulls on here and then on the side too. I really like them. All right, get in, witches. We're going Halloween hunting. Okay, so let's see. First thing on the menu, I need coffee. I also forgot to eat, so that's fine. But I definitely need some coffee. And we are gonna go and see if there is anything new. Is that out of the way? Okay, we're situated. We're gonna go see if there is anything new. I've been waiting for them to restock on some things, so I am very excited to go see if there is anything new. I also need to find a birthday present for Mr. Rose. His birthday is coming up next month. So, yeah. And I figured while I was out looking for stuff, or out looking for his birthday present, I would also see if there's any new Halloween stuff in stock, because he likes a specific brand of t-shirt that is kind of expensive, but we always find it at TJ Maxx and Ross and Marshalls and those kinds of places. So I'm gonna go see if I can find those for him, and while we're there, we will see if there is any new Halloween stuff. I have been checking out my local Target over the last few weeks. We do not have any new stuff or anything at all, actually. I spoke to someone yesterday and they said that they're not getting Halloween until September 12th, which is really late in the season. But that was what he told me, and I haven't really seen anything. I've seen a couple of the stuff in their dollar spot area, but as far as like actual decorations go, I have not been seeing the same stuff that other people are showing. So I guess I'm just going to have to be patient and wait for those to come out. But yeah, we're gonna go take a look at a few stores today, so I will see you guys there. Definitely has some Halloween stuff. They have a lot on their psychic, like witchy line, which is my favorite, but they don't have a lot on their vintage stuff yet. I think their vintage stuff is still coming in, but they had a lot of really cool stuff. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. I walked in and I was so overwhelmed. There's so many things. Well, okay. All right, so let's see here. I suck at remembering, so bear with me. But they had a lot of their pillows. They had like a black and pink one, part of their gothic, glamour gothic kind of a look. But they had a black and pink one that said Happy Halloween. They had that one with the eye that I've been seeing a lot lately. And they had some pillows with some skulls on them. They had a spider web pillow too. They also had the butterflies, you know, you can put them inside of a dome. They had a couple of those guys in really pretty colors. And they also have my pumpkin. They also had these skulls. They had this skull with a dragon on it, which I actually saw last year. That was one that Mr. Rose really liked, but we decided not to get it. Maybe I should have gotten it for him this year, or maybe I still will. But they had the skull with the dragon on it. They also had, where is TJ Maxx? I think it's the next one. They also had the velvet skulls. I love those. I think they're so beautiful. I am a big sucker for velvet. They also had the Ghoul Garden back. They had the Venus fly traps, a really big one, and then a smaller version. Though they're only a $5 price difference, so I would definitely go for the bigger one, just because you'll get more for your money. Because the bigger one's like twice the size, but it's only $5 more. So to me, that makes a lot more sense. They also had this really beautiful moon, like half moon, what am I saying? This beautiful crescent moon wood wreath. It was made out of like twigs and it had like moss and flowers and mushrooms on it. And I was really tempted to get it, but it was like $60. So maybe when it's more on sale, hopefully they'll still have it. And then I can get it then. Like potion jars. They had one that said like poisonous toad on it. They had one that just said poisonous and had like a little picture of a cauldron on it. Those are really cute. They're similar to the Beetlejuice one that I got last year or a few years ago. They had this really like beautiful one, part of their glamour goth line, that said snake venom, and then another one that I forgot what it says, but had like roses on it. Those ones you can't actually open. They're definitely just for display, but they were beautiful. I loved them. I loved the aesthetic of it. And then they also had this other little cauldron. It was the cutest little thing, and it had a little beetle on it. It even had a lid. It would be perfect for my altar, because if I do any burning bowl rituals, the lid will help extinguish it, and that would just be perfect. The lid would actually be really good for a lot of things. They also had they had a bunch of like little bugs, the creepy bugs, and like little packets, so like little beetles. They had some worms that looked kind of gross, and they had they had a little like cow skull with engravings in it. Potion bottles. They had a bunch of like beakers. So if you want to do like a mad scientist theme, they had one in particular that I've actually seen a lot lately on Etsy, where the beaker's kind of hanging up on a stand. I've seen people use it as an oil diffuser. So they put a little tea light candle underneath it. They fill the base with water and a couple drops of oil. And then when it heats up and the steam comes up, it releases the oil into the air. So that would be really cute if you're looking for something like that, to give it a spooky Halloween vibe to it. They also had a bunch of different size beakers, like the little circle ones. They also had the test tubes, some black ones. And they had a lot of floral. The floors were very pretty. They had some twisted up branches and some little like thistle that are different colors, and wheat that looks like different colors, or it looks like wheat to me. I'm not really sure what it is. They also had this like these skeleton hands that were weird. They had fingernails on them. Those are really, really weird looking. But they also had the skeleton hands that were pink, and they are in the shape of a heart. Those are super cute. If you want a more girly Halloween, they had a lot of signs and displays. I really liked all the signs and displays, especially like these witches' lairs one, like enter if you dare. They had a welcome to our haunted home one that had the floral and the pink on it, so that it had more of that glamour goth look to it. They had like the bathtub. So if you want to put a skeleton in the bathtub, they had that. Oh, they had like these witch legs that were sticking out of a cauldron that had a bunch of bubbles in it, and I thought that was really cute and funny. Yeah, I'll put in things here and there if I'm forgetting anything, because I'm pretty sure I am. There was so much new stuff. And they also had, they had a lot of skulls. Oh, the ghoul guy from my last video. If you didn't see that, I'll link it up here. But the little pumpkin ghoul, they had him. And I don't remember getting him at Michael's. I'm pretty sure I bought him at Walmart. So maybe Michael's is starting to stock those too. Or they both had them and I just happened to get it at Walmart. But they had my little pumpkin ghoul guy. So I thought that was really cute and really fun. They also had a black and orange version of him if you don't like the green and orange. They had that option. Oh, they had these spiders that suction cup to glass. I thought that would be a lot of fun. Those would kind of be fun to put in your car. And yeah, I'm trying to think of some other things. There was so much in there. I'm really excited to see it. It looked pretty much fully stocked. Like I haven't seen that with Halloween stuff at all yet this year. Everything's been pretty empty and sparse, but it looked really, really stocked. So I'm really excited for that. And we are now at TJ Maxx. So I'm going to go in and see what they have, try to find something for Mr. Rose for his birthday, which is coming up. Funny story, I did try to get him to switch birthdays with me one time because his birthday is in spooky season and mine is not, but he didn't want to switch with me because he likes his birthday in spooky season too. But yeah, let's go in and find something for him. I don't even know what my hair is trying to do. Okay, so I went to TJ Maxx. They had a few things. They had a lot of pumpkins. They always have lots of pumpkins. They had this really cool white iridescent skull that was, it looked to be a candle holder. And then it had the, like, what is it? A floral band around its head. And the floral band had little skulls in the middle of the flowers. And I thought that was really cute. They had a lot of these like gnomes that were candles, like you lift up their hats and the candle is inside. They had one that was a gnome holding a cauldron that had a candle inside the cauldron. I thought that was pretty cute. They had a lot of fun Halloween pillows. They said trick or treat on it with the checkered kind of a print. And then they had some gnomes that said trick or treat. And another one that said booze please, I'm pretty sure. And then they had like a coffin that said rip on it with the skull and crossbones. They had a lot of new cups. They had these hocus pocus cups. And they had, what else was there? They had this, what is it? The cake stand. It had a little skull at the bottom of it. They had a lot of like pumpkins that had the Raiden written on it, and they're kind of hollowed out for candles or whatever you want to put on the inside. They had a lot of stuff. Oh, they had this martini glass that had a little snow globe at the bottom of it with like a little gnome guy or like a little pumpkin or something like that in the middle. And I thought that was so cute. I would never use them, but I just thought that those were a lot of fun. And then they had like an actual Halloween snow globe. And they had, let's see, I'm trying to think. Oh, one second. Okay, sorry. So I actually received a phone call and didn't finish recording. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish up with a voiceover here. There's that Halloween snow globe I was talking about and all of the different sorts of pumpkins. They even had these light up spooky trees, which looked really nice. And they had this cute bobblehead puppy with a witch's hat. That's something I think my son would absolutely have loved. And then they had these Frankenstein monsters with pumpkin or jack-o'-lanterns and a tombstone. Those are a lot of fun. I wish I had a yard to put those in. And then they had these cool spooky lanterns with LED candles inside of them. And they had a lot of outdoor signs and this huge glass skull bowl. And a couple other, there was a lot of pumpkins though. They had a couple other pumpkins here and the spooky trees. And yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing here. Let's see. And they had a lot of these Raiden mugs. I think I mentioned these a little bit earlier. This one that says believe in magic. I almost purchased, but it is missing its little keychain thing. And then they had a couple of other ones. And then they had a lot of these skulls with succulents in it. I've been seeing those everywhere. I Cat a Spell on You mug. I thought that this was so cute, and it comes with a little cat. And then they had these other saucer mugs that had words on the inside of them. And then they had this like Creep It Real sign with a little ghosty on, or not ghosty, but bat on it. And then they had this cool mixing bowl. This bowl looks a lot like the bowls at home when they released that skeleton line. And then it comes with a cute little rolling pin and spatula. And they had a lot of these skeletons with the succulents. There's that Believe in Magic cup. And they have this really trippy skull lantern here, where it sung and spins around, and then you can kind of see the mirror in the middle, but it switches from a candle to a skull, almost as if it was disappearing. I actually pressed that a few times because I thought it was really fun and entertaining. I really liked it. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out that there was a mirror in the center. Way too long. Way too long. And then they also had these skeleton jars that were kind of like the glass ones, but without the straw. And they had this really cute mug set here. I almost purchased this too, but I bought way too many mugs this year already. And there was the Raiden pumpkins I was talking about. You can put little candles in the middle. And then they had this soap sponge holder that looked like a pumpkin. And there was another one with the keychain, but I still didn't end up picking it up because, again, I bought way too many mugs. I bought 11 of them, by the way. I had at home. And then Pick Your Poison coasters. Those were a lot of fun. They had a lot of dishware this year and tons of mugs and cups. And these really cute soap holder with the redone soap dish. This morning pumpkin mug was really cute. They had more tea towels for your kitchen. And they had this haunted house salt and pepper shakers. Those were super cute. I really liked them. And this pumpkin spice travel mug. And they had these cute wine glasses, the stemless ones. This Believe in Magic sign, I almost purchased this too, but I bought another set that says like Happy Halloween and Boo on it with the exact same 3 colors. So I decided to skip on it, but it was really fun. I liked it a lot. And then they had like some pumpkin shaped pasta, which was really interesting. Okay, so here we are at Joanne's. This is part of their line. They had this really fun like beetle pillow. I really love that. I wish it wasn't white in the background though, because it's hard to keep clean. And I love this skull with the death moth on it. That's actually my favorite bug, is that moth. And then they had this line that was similar to their Decadent line last year, but instead of gold and black, it was silver and black. So I was a little bit disappointed because I really wanted to see the gold and black again so I could get a few things that I may have missed. But they also had these really cool potion jars and then a Happy Halloween sign. And then they had these like beetles on a display, or kind of like on this stick, which I thought those were a lot of fun. I contemplated getting it and painting it gold, but I changed my mind, like I always do. And then they had this beetle tea holder, which I thought was really cool. I just and the witches and like the psychic theme. And then they had this spider mirror, which I thought was really cute and just super fun. Yeah. They had a couple of other pillows here. This spider with the spider web I've been seeing at almost every location this year. They all have their own version of it. They have this candelabra and then a few of the candlesticks. And then they had this really fun cauldron that had little spider webs on the sides of it. And a couple more pillow options here. And this like, I'm not even trying to describe this. It's like a basket with little spiders on it. And then they had these really cool candle holders you can hang up on your wall. This really fun mirror. I liked the little dots on it, even though it is kind of weird. And then they had this spooky house. This was really cute and a lot of fun. And these jars with skulls on them with black and white. They had a spooky house pillow and a few more other displays for your wall. The Please Don't Wake the Dead sign was on a lot of their stuff this year. They have this hand that I think you're supposed to hang up on the wall so it sticks out. But the hand part was really small compared to the arm. So it looked kind of weird to me. But they also had these lanterns that you can put candles into. Please Don't Wake the Dead sign again. This really fun door knocker. I wish I owned a home so that I could use him, but for a rental I wouldn't be able to hang that up. And then they had this really fun skull pillow. It was interesting how it had the black shading on some of it. I'm not really sure why that black shading was there. And they had the skulls on a lot of their displays, and these bookends were fun. And a skull platter that kind of looks like the one from At Home. The Please Don't Wake the Dead is on a pillow as well. They had that on everything. Like, that quote was really, really popular in their line today. Or this year, not today. But they also had like these Ravenclaw candlestick holders. I saw them at Home. There's rumor that Target came out with their own set too, but Joann's was my least favorite. They just looked kind of cheap, I guess, especially since they cost more than the others. And then the painting of the talons was kind of weird. They also had this All Hallows Eve's display, like a tray. That was really fun. And then this tray with the hands, and you can get the skull platters in black. And then they had a lot of like wine toppers and bottle openers and the stemless wine glasses here. These were fun. And some more Halloween pillows. And while I was looking around at Joann's, there was this other little boy with his mom, and it was so cute because he was getting really excited about Halloween. Like, he was projecting what was inside my head. He's like, look at this, oh my god, look at this. Like, it was so cute, everything he picked up. He's like, look. But yeah, he was definitely projecting what I was thinking in my head. And then they had a lot of their own mugs as well. They were really simple. They just had a lot of lettering and kind of like pictures printed on them. And then they had their outdoor signs, the flags that you can hang up, and then the little wooden, or not wooden, but metal displays. And then they had some more signage. These bugs look similar to the ones that they had last year, but I liked the black and gold from last year because it had a velvet backing too, instead of just the painted wood. And then they had this really cool like see-through raven display. I'm thinking about DIYing that. It would be fairly easy. And then they have these fun like indoor mats. I actually really like these. They had a really thick cushion on them, so they'd be perfect for your kitchen where you're standing all the time. I actually ended up picking up that skull one. And then they had a few other pumpkin designs here. They had one pumpkin that was completely made out of skeleton bones. That looked super awesome. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun take on the pumpkins, especially since we see so many of them. And then they had some spooky light up leaves. I didn't see those last time. And then the spooky trees and all the pumpkins from our last visit were still there. They were completely out of the vintage stuff though that I showed last time. They had a few of their signs left, but all of the displays and pots and stuff were almost completely gone. So yeah, they're running out of it pretty quick this year. And then they have these really cool like psychic pillows. I love this deep purple. It was super pretty. And this iridescent skull bowl. I actually have this iridescent white in my kitchen, and it just looks beautiful. And they had their own version of a crystal ball. But that was pretty much everything that we saw this week. Thank you guys so much for joining, and I hope that you enjoyed this week's video. Again, I do apologize. It was a little bit late. I've just had a lot going on with my family here at home. But until next time, keep on spooking, all you ghouls and spookaneers. And I can't wait to see you next week.